what's up, y'all? I'm Patrick Pham, one of the chef partners of Duckstache Hospitality, and this is...
My name is Daniel Lee. We're at IMP today, and this is the vendor that we get the 90% of fish that we're getting for the restaurants.
We're gonna take a little tour of their warehouse, their facility, show you some fish that we get here. Mainly our Spanish bluefin tuna, along with Japanese toyosu seasonal fish. What we usually do when we come in here, talk to the team here and just see what they have available, what they really like, or what's in season right now for us to use at the restaurants.
So one protein that we use throughout the restaurant is definitely the tuna. We started since day one. The bluefin tuna is the protein that we've been using since day one. So when you look at it over here, this is the true belly part of it. You get all the otoro and chutoro from here. And this is the lean part of the tuna. So it has more texture, a little bit more iron-y, but it does have more textures that when you're creating a dish, like definitely it's just they have different purpose between fatty tuna and lean tuna.
Each tuna they cut into 4 different loins. This is the shoulder or the back part. What you're gonna get from this is akami, which is the lean part, and then chutoro a little bit on the bottom side. Right here, this gray part is the bloodline. Don't worry, we cut that part out. And then you get 2 of the bellies. This is where, this is the part that people go for the most prized part. That's where you get the otoro and the chutoro as well, with a little bit of the akami. King of tunas is definitely the bluefin tuna. Because of its fat content, size, yeah. And then this part right here, the back loin, is mainly akami, like I said. Like Daniel said, we use it for the maguro crudo, sashimi, nigiri. Chutoro is probably my favorite part of the nigiri. It's a balance between fat and lean, not just gonna be all that fatty richness. And then the belly part over here, you really can't see much of it. It's wrapped up right now, but usually we'll section it off and then cut it into sakus and use that for nigiri as well. This tuna was 475 pounds, a little on the smaller side. They usually get anywhere, for us, around like that 500 to 650 pound range. If it's gonna be this size, we will probably go through about 1.5 of these to 2 a week. But when they usually get the bigger size, you'll see more fat content in the akami part, and then the toro.
Right here in this section is my favorite part. When it comes to like too close to the head and too close to the belly, to me it gets like too fatty. So like almost like right here at this section is my favorite section. Like it has like good mixture of fat content and a lot of good texture.
How we break it down between all the restaurants is basically we'll break down the back loin into sections. I usually use 8 fingers, and that's one. And then we do that to the whole part. So each restaurant will get like 2 blocks of these. They'll use that for their nigiri, maguro crudo, or sashimi. Any of the parts that have a little bit too much muscle or sinew, we'll scrape it, get all that muscle out. That's part that's not edible, and then we'll put that in all the rolls or hand rolls that we use. So anything usually from around this side is gonna be a little too tough and too much muscle. That's the tail, right? Uses it to swim. We'll manually scrape all of that, get all the sinew out, all the muscle out, to where all you're getting is just pure bluefin tuna meat itself. And then when it comes to this part, the main restaurants that use this, of course Handy's does it as well for the sashimi, the belly part, but Aiko, Doko, Kokoro, and Himari, they will use this belly. So Kokoro and Himari shares 1 belly, Doko and Aiko share 1 belly as well. Same thing goes part of the tail. They manually scrape that, get all the muscle, sinew out, so where you're just left with pure meat. We'll clean it and we'll trim off the parts that aren't usable, but in order to really see the fat and everything and the breakdown of it all, we have to really cut into it itself. But this is part of the collar area, right where the neck is. So you can cut part of this part out, and this is like the prize part too. Usually we save that for the sushi bar. Sushi bar regulars or guests that they'll ask for, or that we have regulars of, we'll give it to them as well for otoro. As you can tell right now, it's freshly cut this morning, so like that deep red color is there. But once oxygen hits, it blooms. It's gonna be more of that vibrant red eventually after a couple hours of oxygen exposure. So this is the collar I was telling you about in the front part of this belly right here. So these guys are professionals. What they do is they cut it to the point where the collar is left on this. So when we get it, we receive the collar. All of this, you can also go back and use this meat as well. It has a lot more muscle. You can use it for cooking. Over here is where the collar is, the meat that would sit in there. And this is a very small tuna compared to what we usually get. Like you get a collar, it's like a freaking gigantic C. So this is like a lowercase C. Like I said, we run through about 1.5 of these a week. So probably go about 500 pounds at least a week between the locations and growing. So this is our favorite tuna. I have a garden in my backyard, and once every quarter I'll come here and I'll grab the bones. This is all the bones and trim. We'll usually scrape this, but I usually use this for a compost in my garden.
I usually come over here and make out with tuna.
This is what the Balfago Spanish bluefin tunas come in. They come in, usually they're head off already, just so that way they save on weight for freight. Also, and then the size of the box itself. It's hard to tell on camera, but that thing is like a coffin. Bigger than a coffin, for sure.
We have some salmon going on over here.
They also process salmon for other restaurants in Houston. You guys can scoot up a little bit if you like. Nothing wrong with this salmon at all. It's a great salmon, but we use masu, which is ocean trout, and Big Glory Bay king salmon. So yeah, these guys are processing fish. We don't know for who. We won't disclose that out, but these guys are professionals.
Way faster than what I do.
We're gonna head into the other room, which has all of the Toyosu Japanese wild fish and other goodies in here. So come on in.
This is the place that you package everything, you assemble everything before you go ship it out to the restaurants. We do have a lot of Japanese fish, and different types of fish. Also, we do have uni over here, so we can take a look together.
What we'll do usually is once or twice a week, we'll come up here, talk to the IMP team and staff. We have to pre-order all of our Japanese fish about 5 days in advance. Sometimes we'll take the chef team up here as well, just so that way they can get a little bit inspired. You know, being able to see the fish in person, see the product, touch it, look at it, feel it, smell it, all that good stuff. It gets you really, all the creative juices flowing. Alrighty, so, ooh, this is an aji box. So aji is a horse mackerel, one of my favorite fish. It is a hikari mono, which is silver skin. Key factors to look at when you're looking for fish is, of course, they tell you in culinary school, right? The eyeballs, the gills, the firmness of the fish. I'm not really a believer in like pressing down on the meat to see if it bounces back. You can really tell by just looking at the fish if you work with fish for a very long time, by just holding it. You want to treat fish like it's a baby as well. You don't want to apply too much pressure. This one's small, so it's easier to hold like this. Typically though, if they're a bigger fish, I'll hold it by the head and the eyeballs like this. You don't want to damage any of the part that we use specifically for sushi itself. They got more aji in here. Ooh, Nodogoro. Very high quality whitefish. I would consider it as like the otoro of whitefish. They live in deeper, colder waters, so that means they have a higher fat content. You don't want them to be long and skinny, but you want them to be kind of like that oval shape, because that just means that they're more of a fattier fish. This fish, it ranges anywhere from about 70 on the low end per pound to 90, 95 a pound. Also in here, there's another fish. This one's called kinky. Idiot fish, or what is the other name? Yeah, kinky.
Idiot fish.
I like kinky. I like kinky better. Super rich fatty fish as well, deep sea. You could use it for sushi, or people usually like to either steam it, grill it, fry it.
Even like gui dog is very it's strange looking, but I love shellfish, so it's moving a little bit, you know. What you do is take out you blanch it real quick, ice bath, and then you take the skin off and just sashimi, or you make nigiri out of it. It looks like a elephant. Woo!
This is our wasabi. It's a rhizome. Japanese wasabi, very expensive. We use this for sides of wasabi. or as like yakumis or toppings on some of our fish, mainly at Aiko.
Yeah.
This is shiso perilla leaf. I kind of describe it as like a Japanese like mint basil. And this is miyoga ginger blossom, Japanese ginger blossom. This goes on top of crudos. It has like a nice crunch texture to it, not too spicy. Then my favorite is hanaho. Hanaho is a Japanese shiso blossom. Very, very fragrant, beautiful colored. I love this stuff.
We love to use this a lot. A lot of dishes that we have, we use this a lot. A little bit of gingery flavor, and it has a really good texture too.
So uni, bum ba bum. We use it for nigiri, along with hand rolls at Handy's Dozo. We switched from Santa Barbara uni to Hokkaido uni. We really like the Hokkaido uni's flavor, texture. It's a lot creamier, sweet, a little bit of hint of ocean flavor.
This is the best combination, wasabi and uni together.
Thank you for coming with us to tour here at our fish warehouse. Thank you, IMP, for letting us come and shoot. We've been working with them for over 10 plus years now. We worked with them because they can ensure the quality. They understand our standards for our restaurants. And yeah, I mean, that's why they're the best out there. So appreciate it.